so-called flying saucers.
There's a whole fleet of them. Look on the SA. It's rotating.
Welcome to Kill the Stigma. Today we're going to talk about anomalous health incidents, Havana syndrome, in parallel with the UAP phenomenon. Whistleblowers like Amy Eskridge, Matthew Sullivan, many others we don't know about have been hit with directed energy weapons when they're into this topic. And we don't know who's responsible. We think it's the CIA or the Black Ops. But it's weird because it happens a lot with this topic, and you see it in Skinwalker Ranch. You see it in, like I said, Amy Eskridge, and with UAP whistleblowers. Who's making that decision? It's crazy, man. I don't know. So let's start with the Havana syndrome. Let's see what someone with respect, someone that we respect, says about it.
David, just real quickly, are you fearing for your life at all, or blowback? I know that you've been very outspoken, but after watching a lot of documentaries on this, there are a lot of whistleblowers that speak of the things that you're speaking of. Is there a price that you pay for that?
Yeah, there is a severe price. And certainly my wife and I witnessed a lot of things in our personal life to send me a message when I was, at NGA and still an intelligence officer. The administrative terrorism was immense. And like I mentioned in my presser, even the Air Force A2 or the intelligence directorate, tried to get an Espionage Act unauthorized disclosure investigation on me when I went public in 2023 and testified in front of the House Oversight Committee. And certainly recently, my good Air Force friend, Matthew Quake Sullivan, did pass away mysteriously before he was willing to come to the Hill to testify about his knowledge of these activities. And Quake was a Bronze Star recipient and an Air Force officer, intel officer friend of mine that I served with. And, he was one of my, sources in my investigation. And, he passed away mysteriously. And that is an ongoing FBI matter. So I won't characterize it. And I'm open to, different conclusions of what happened. But just, to your point, there's been a lot of anomalous things that have happened to people. I've had anomalous health incidents happen to people that were helping me in my investigation, Havana syndrome, if you will. And now that the government is finally admitting that that issue is real, and that issue sort of parallels this issue, they deny, until all of a sudden, just kidding, we know it's real. So I've been at fear for my life in the past.
Activity.
Oh, right there. It came right out of the mesa.
Whatever we're dealing with has the ability to manipulate equipment.
My camera just went out.
Reprogram very sophisticated systems.
Oh, I live it. That's creepy.
And also cause an acute medical episode.
He couldn't walk. He was immobilized.
So that right there, that guy with the beard, he got it bad. He got it really bad. And I'm telling you, man, that's season 3, episode 2. I'm a fan of Skinwalker Ranch. A lot of people think it's scripted. I think some of it is, but I think some of it is not. And there's things that are you're like, this can't be scripted because this is so weird. So this 1.6 gigahertz, it's like a signal that comes every time that they're doing an experiment. It's like something doesn't want them to be studying, like a defense mechanism. And this guy with the beard, he got it bad. Way worse than they show in that episode. He ended up in the hospital. Crazy, man. Then they had to make this whole metal thing, this cylinder made of metal, so that the direct energy weapons can't hit them in Skinwalker Ranch. And you would send Travis Taylor, people would go in there just to protect themselves when they started feeling like weird, right? So there's something going on there. Then the other guy that got it was the guy that works there. Man, I forgot his name, but he's the one that in the end of the video, he's like in the hospital, and he got it really bad too. He almost died, pretty much. And it's very similar to these directed energy weapons, right? And it is a directed energy weapon. I don't know if it's the same as Havana syndrome, but then the other one was Amy Eskridge that we know about. Matthew Sullivan. And why is David Grush saying that this topic of Havana syndrome parallels the UAP topic? I want to know more about that, dude. Like, what is it about? That's David Grush saying this, okay? David Grush, the one that's the UFO hero, right? And he's saying these things go in parallel? How deep does that go? What if I had a question, I would like to know what people that have been hit by Havana syndrome have been working on or looking into, or is that totally separate, Havana syndrome? Because a lot of people in the CIA and in the government and diplomats and stuff were getting hit with this stuff. Is that connected to this topic somehow and we don't know about it? Or is that just Russia or China? I don't. It's interesting. I know there's a connection. I just don't know how. I don't know if it's all the same as the UAP phenomena, but there is a connection with the UAP phenomena that we can say for sure. Sometimes I even thought it might be the freaking non-human intelligence, right? Like a defense system, because like in Skinwalker Ranch, right? Those things, 1.6 gigahertz gets activated, bam, they get sick. That other guy starts digging, they tell him not to dig, bam, he gets sick. So, but then there's the problem with the black helicopters. Look, there's black helicopters that show up in Skinwalker Ranch. Season 4, episode 3. Season 4, episode 3. They hit, and I think that in that video you see the rocket that hits something invisible. Right then and there, the freaking Black Hawk helicopter shows up right at that time. Right? So like maybe it's whatever, black programs that are working with non-human intelligence. It's so crazy. But how is a helicopter responding so fast to these things? It's insane. Then you have the Chinook helicopters, right? So like, but who are they taking their orders from? I don't know. Like, who's making these decisions and why? And why are they so connected with the UAPs?
That you have helicopters escorting some of these UFOs and UAP into the mountains, that blows my mind, because then it's like not just...
No, it's a coordinated effort.
Yes, between humans and the beings.
Those edits are pretty dramatic, but I like them. Listen, I was going to talk about a crash retrieval from Puerto Rico in this episode, but I think I'm going to just leave it for the next one. I'll drop it soon. It's very important information, so please tune into that. I can't believe this. I didn't know about this. Now, you guys know I'm Puerto Rican, so like, I want to be the Puerto Rico guy that has any information, because Richard Dolan tells me, dude, that's like the #1 USO hotspot. I've been looking into that. It's freaking insane. It's insane how many sightings there is there. And I've been looking into this crash retrieval case. So I I hit gold. I hit gold for sure. All right, guys, what do you think about anomalous health incidents in parallel with UAP? What do you think about what David Grush said? What do you think about all this stuff? Please, I would love to know.